Welcome to this church reality show. You won't believe what happens next. A trendy, open, young and handsome pastor named Bodie has come to apply for the pastor job in Springlink Town. The old pastor didn't realize how serious it was and thought his wife was just a bit too interested in until the next day when his throat went on strike, leaving him speechless. Talk about divine intervention. Time for the young pastor to Bodie hit the stage and captured the crowd immediately, starting with the revamped hymn that lit up the church vibes. Those boring hymns turned into folk songs under his magic touch, and the best part, the guy was as genuine as it gets. He even confessed he sometimes doubts God. Maybe God isn't that old dude in the sky, but the love we all create together. This kind of love doesn't get angry over doubts and isn't judgmental if you enjoy a drink or two. Finally, my shining moment arrived. Bodie won everyone over with his fresh preaching style. Even the long-time skeptic Homer couldn't help but cheer. Bodie. Homer exclaimed this might just be the best service he ever attended. As folks gathered for a feast, all the new Bodie fans showed up, eagerly anticipating his meal blessing. But Bodie surprised them by saying no need to pray over the food. People were a bit taken aback, eager to dig right in. Even the toughest cookie around, Lisa, was won over. She's a vegetarian Buddhist, and he said, "Love your faith." No, he even shared a quirky Chinese tale. Hell and heaven have the same long chopsticks, but those in hell can't feed themselves. On the flip side, people in heaven feed each other so they can enjoy a feast, while his humor won everyone over. This kind of humor was fresh yet profound, finally catching the church attention. The elders went to have a chat with old Pastor Joy. Time to go home, Pastor Joy thought sadly, realizing he couldn't keep up with this new kid, so it was time for a different strategy. After searching online with no dirt on Bodie, he decided to drive to Bod's hometown for some reconnaissance. Bodie was in his element at work. When couples came seeking help, he had them swap shoes to learn empathy. Red realized his wife struggled in her tiny shoes, while Maggie discovered that her hubby's heavy shoes were a pain too. Their conflict was solved just like that. This pastor really knew his stuff, and they headed home happily. Meanwhile, Pastor Joy had made it to Michigan, hunting down the church where Bodie used to work. He wondered why the young man left, and the current pastor produced some crucial evidence. This was the reason why Bodie was expelled. "What are you doing? You're in trouble." Pastor Joy couldn't hide his knowing smile. He was itching to jump in his car, zoom back to Springtown, and do away with that new pastor. But the traffic jam ahead made him extremely furious, and he accidentally honked the horn. The locals quickly surrounded him with tools in hand, questioning if he was out of his mind. On that day, Bodie organized another amusing church activity. Everyone wore colorful outfits, as if they were off to party, ready to share their thoughts with him. The pastor asked Grandpa for a nod, gauging his standing among them, and they called him a heretic. Even though Bodie challenged tradition, inspiring love for mutual aid, burning the Bible went too far. Lisa tried to get him a hearing, suggesting, "Hey, isn't the Bible full of forgiveness?" But the neighbor shot her down. "No way. We grew up on this Bible stuff. How come we forgive?" Bodie felt they couldn't grasp his vibrancy. The gap was vast, so he withdrew. "Burning the Pentagon's better than the Bible," Bodie said. "God's in every heart, not in a grand church or some book. Many use faith to tear apart believers' hearts. They are too busy worshipping the way and forget to actually work towards the goal." Lisa sighed. "Sorry, most people can't grasp your depth, but just look at them, you'll see." Before leaving, Lisa invited Bodie for one last supper at her place. This time, Bodie actually said a prayer before the meal, maybe inspired by the movie Dead Poets Society. The movie teacher aims to foster independent thought, but churches discourage followers from overthinking. The believers were boxed in by dogma, blindly chasing faith through rigid rituals. This lack of flexibility was clearly an issue. Yet, the number of independent thinkers is always a minority, and burning the Bible just annoys the majority of traditional believers. The legendary Master Hongren saw Huaneng's insight and passed the robe to him. Then he told him to skedaddle south for safety and not rush into preaching. He knew other disciples would be jealous of Huaneng. Some may say those disciples were narrow-minded, but why did the Master still take them in? Because you can't find gold without sifting through a pile of sand. A grand building can't be built without sand, and of course, some folks have to do all the heavy lifting. Huaneng said, originally, there's nothing, work can just settle. Now that's a profound state of mind. The temple and the statues need a good dusting. The Master wasn't made of gold, you know.